And welcome to Sea Slimes 2 MonsterCon. Yes, today was supposed to be World of Warcraft, but I've been thinking a lot about World of Warcraft, and I think we need to hold off on it for now. So today we're doing MonsterCon. We're also going to do it on Saturday, as I've already scheduled it with some friends. So expect some more then. It's going to be very fun. But for now, do some more single. Let's stick with a regular game for now. I'll try to do a long game when I have this Saturday. How am I feeling this time? Do retro. We did lo-fi last time. Let's do retro. Know what? No, yeah, let's do retro. SpookyCon. For some, it was just a nerdy convention, but for us, it was 4 days to celebrate our many passions and obsessions fiercely, unapologetically. And we weren't alone. Regardless of what you loved, you could always find people who'd make you feel seen and understood. Anywhere else, we might have be seen as weirdos and misfits. But here, we could finally feel like no matter who we were, we belonged. Alright, we played Damien last time. Give me a Ravi. I love a Ravi. I love a Ravi.
Let's win everything.
But as dreamy as SpookyCon was, it also came with its own set of pressures, some of which we already knew so well. At the end of those 4 days, the after party loomed over our heads, posing that one evergreen question: would we get a date for that night? As uncertainty plagued our hearts, we couldn't help but think of the 6 hottest nerds at the con. Zoe, an eldritch cutie who went from endless deity and a harbinger of destruction to author of the renowned fanfic Liam Prom. Liam de Lioncourt, 400, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork. Hooray! Doug Campbell, 24, a kind-hearted slime that was incredibly broke from supporting all the fandoms he loved. Omen, 25, an evil overlord who was recently freed from imprisonment in exchange for giving up her passion for stabbing people. Nico Sharp, 22, an over-the-top mimic who preferred cosplay over shapeshifting, even if they weren't the best at getting into character. And April 1st, a clown idol who was contractually obligated to bottle up all of her non-camera ready emotions inside cute mascots. It had to be one of them, but who? We had 4 days to gather some courage and shoot our shot. What was the worst that could happen? Being rejected and being alone for the rest of our lives? Ha! Oh, we'd had our fair share of love and rejection. This surely wasn't our first rodeo. And as we had grown to know ourselves better, we realized we felt more confident. Tell us 3 things you like. Ultra layered memes. Honestly, yeah. Cosplay is foreplay. Forming a cult for the lulz. Garfield X Naruto. Hyper complex Euro games. Non-ironic Hawaiian t-shirts. Dad jokes t-shirts. Drunken karaoke. Well-armed redemption arcs. Top 3 favorite Pokemans. We've been playing the Great Villainess, so I feel like, you know, we just have to do that one out of obligation. We weren't new to all this, so this time we challenged ourselves. The goal other than finding love. With the support of Zoe and Liam, we decided to take on a project we've been putting off for too long. Making our own comic. We had so many ideas, and yet we always found excuses not to work on them. But the con was the perfect setting to find inspiration and go for it. Maho Shoujo. The fear of failure had stopped us for too long, but then we reminded ourselves the one thing that always kept us going, that we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
How do you win at a con?
Marchal. You find some teenagers selling their own fanzines. Oh, so cute. You check them out and they are awful. As far as you remember, you had better taste when you were their age. To show them how it's done, you make your own zine right in front of them. What a mentor. You leave them... you leave it on their stand so they can sell it. They don't seem to like you, but that awesome zine you made nets you 2 charm. It was the best times, it was the kawaiiest of times, meaning it's time for you, Nico, Zoe, and April to work your shifts at the Con's Pop-Up Maid Cafe. Oh my god, I've not seen Zoe's Maid Cafe outfit. That's so good. Holy fuck! Look who just walked in! Creepy dude with a notepad? Not just any creepy. Skinny dude with a notepad? That's the most renowned fine dining critic ever! Antone Motarde. How the heck do you know that? There's more to me than nerdy culture. Writing fanfics and being hornier. I am a layered person. So this man is like an expert in fancy restaurants? Nico, he is the expert in fancy restaurants. He can make or break a reputation. One good review from him could ensure you can last at least 1 Michelin star. Dang. 1 Michelin star? I had no idea what that is, but it's a star, so it ought to be a good thing. We need it. I'm sorry, I have to be the one to say it, but what the heck is he doing here?
I don't know.
We're not exactly fine dining. Sell yourself short, April. The undeniable fact is that tiny mustard is sitting on one of our tables, which means we're being reviewed for one of those fancy stars. Well, you know, the Antone Motarde is just a very into maid cafe culture. Even fancy food critics can have personal lives. But you know very well this won't stop your friends from trying to be the first maid cafe with the Michelin stars. So the first question here is, how can you help them? Spruce up the menu with hyper-expensive high cuisine. Shouldn't be hard. Maids are already part of this upper crust culture. Cook the same omu rice with ketchup Art, the critic grandma, used to cook for him when he was a child. Ratatouille. Whoa.
Now you're talking.
Ooh, I'll do it. I've cosplayed with grandmas before. A lot of grandmas before this. I've got it. You normally wouldn't trust Nico within 5 feet of a microwave, but in lieu of a better idea, you let him make the omu rice and bring it to the critic. Hiya, master. Ready for your meal? Say the magic words for me. Moi kyun. The critic takes a bite, chews thoughtfully, then goes completely slack in the face, staring glassily into the middle of the distance.
No.
Oh god, we killed him! I knew we shouldn't have let Nico cook! No, it's okay. He's just having a flashback. He's ratatouilleing it. Sure enough, the critic snaps out of it and his eyes fill with tears. This is delicious. It's just like Granny used to make. Your grandmother actually made you omu rice? That was one of Aravi's nonsensical bits? Of course Granny made omu rice. She was the best maid in the biz back over 50 years. I have many fond memories of eating omu rice in her kitchen while she bunny hopped to J-pop music. Wanna see? The critic opens his wallet and shows you a few Polaroids of him posing with his granny, who always wearing a cat-made outfit, making kissy faces. She wouldn't take a picture with me unless I paid her, of course, but her most kawaii grandson dances were worth every penny. I became a food critic to chase that warm feeling of childhood, but no fancy restaurant has ever managed to capture that.
Cool.
No prob, so are we gonna get 3 Michelin stars? What? No, this has been incredibly emotional for me, but it's not a solid criteria for getting Michelin stars. I have work ethics. But your grandma. I love grandma, but she never had a Michelin star. No, today you earned something much more valuable than a Michelin star. A hug. A hug with the maids is an extra 20 bucks. Oh, right. You didn't earn a Michelin star, but you helped some random weirdo, and isn't that what this is about? You gain 2 charm for your good deed, but lose 2 creativity.
I think this is my checkpoint.
Dude, I need to make omu rice at some point. Or at least learn how to make omu rice at some point. Because I really want to. keep forgetting she just says Melania. You're walking around the lobby when suddenly you hear, look, it's a Ravi! When you turn around, nobody's looking at you. They're looking at somebody else, somebody who's cosplaying you. When did you get famous? Are you part of the beloved video game franchise? And more importantly, did that guy steal your clothes? There are too many questions in your head right now. Here, you'll need true boldness to go on with your life without asking any of them. You, Liam, Zoe, and Nico were supposed to meet up in the lobby to go to the panel together, but you can't find Nico anywhere, so you had to call him. Yo, what's up, Ravi? Are you Zoe, Liam? Yep, and we're looking for your goofy ass. Where you at? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm in the lobby, or maybe the merch hall or the bathroom or something. What? How do you not know? Are you lost? A wizard never loses. Is never lost. He's precisely where he means to be, even if he doesn't know exactly where that is. We'll find you. What do you see? I see 4 walls and some carpet. Everyone's at the bathroom. Only a psycho would carpet the bathroom. Can you identify any landmarks that would actually help us find you? I see a dog wearing a funny hat. Oh, how cute. What kind of dog is it? I think it's a Pomeranian. Or maybe a Chihuahua. I can go ask. Please do. Stop it. Now stay on task, you two. Hello, little fella. Are you Pomeranian or Chihuahua? Where'd you get your stylish hat? You'll never find them at this rate. It might be easier for you three to find a landmark that Nico can meet you at. What could that be? Build a 12-foot tall marble statue in your likeness. Nico knows what you look like. Make this a very recognizable meeting point. Start a fire. A big fire. That'd be easy to see from a distance, especially indoors. This is probably a very Aravi thing to do, but I want to go with this one. Use your secret sculpting skills and 2-ton block of marble that you just found to create a 12-foot tall statue of yourself. It's beautiful. Whoa, nice statues, Aravi. Which one am I supposed to meet you at? What do you mean, which one? I see 2 Aravi statues. Which one are you standing by? What are you talking about? Are you drunk? No, they're right. Look. Zoe points at another 12-foot tall, nearly identical, somehow hotter statue of yourself across the room. What the fuck? Did you do this? Did you do this statue gambit already, Haravi? Are you running out of bits or something? Wait, I think I see what's going on. Liam, that statue over there to troll us. No, I didn't. What would I have had the time to been with you all day? Oh, Liam, you sneaky motherfucker. You almost got away with one of our classic pranks. You can't fool me. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. I've never pulled a prank in my life.
Hey, remember me? I'm Nico.
There you are. Good thing I guessed the right statue on the second try. Whatever. Let's get to the panel. We're already going to be late. Liam, you sly dog. Liam, you sly dog. You had log. You're just trying to distract us because I called you out in your hilarious sculpture prank. I didn't sculpt it! Haha, Liam, silly Liam, such a prankster, right? You look back at the statue, shudder, and decide that yeah, that has to be the explanation because otherwise... Nope, never mind. You go attend your panel. Chalk the whole thing up to Liam, typical antics, gain 2 creativity, and lose 2 boldness. Where's my controller plug? There we go. It was vibrating on its little stand. So something's happening at the con because so far we have had a cosplay of Aravi and a statue of Aravi.
I sharpened all my weapons.
Aravi is much more famous than she thinks. That is really... Build a 12-foot tall statue of yourself as an identifiable landmark just for it to not be an identifiable landmark because there's another one for some reason. It's really good. Is that the guy who tried to sell me on League of Legends? You sit down to watch a panel about new proposed TTRPG classes. There are tons of cool ones. Insurance salesperson, horse with knife shoes, and Steve. Your mind is bursting with new TTRPG world building ideas to counter Steve's naturally overpowered abilities, giving you 2 smarts. I feel like this is a Smash reference. Must have dozed off during a panel because you wake up in the middle of a Liam prom cosplay contest. Liam and Zoe are chatting with Nico on the sidelines. So, which Liam are you cosplaying? Cartographer Liam? Brooding anti-hero Liam? Liam with a septum ring? I went... with classic Liam. What do you think? Wow, that's impressive. Where'd you get such an accurate costume? Found it in Liam's suitcase. It was really nice of him to pack classic Liam cosplay just for me. I'm pretty sure that's just my clothes. Even better, because I gotta get deep into character to win this. I need to be the best Liam I can be. Then you must embody the spirit of my aloof artistry, beautifully tortured by an unaesthetic world of... and show cleavage! How much cleavage? All the cleavage! Whether it's because they show cleavage or because they're wearing Liam's actual clothes, Nico wins the Liam prom cosplay contest. Woohoo! Congrats, Nico. You're the most Liam to ever Liam. Of course I was. I am the most Liam who has ever Liamed. What an ironic idiosyncrasy I would have been for me to lose such a contest. What? Misunderstand me. How passe. Only the one true Liam can understand his own superior jargon. You must be some inferior poser. Oh no, I've seen this before. Nico's gone too deep into the character. They think they really are Liam. They snapped them out of it. This game can only take so much of Liam. Challenge Nico to define anti-sect establishmentarianism. Well, Liam owes me $100. Blame who? That's all it takes to break you out of character. Yep, the Cardo cosplay is priceless, but I'm not. It's okay, Nico. It wasn't you who failed to cosplay as Liam. It was your bank account that failed to cosplay as Liam's bank account. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, as long as you're yourself again, I'll take it. Some Liam cosplay is flattering, but even I think there's too much of it. What he said. Hee hee. Okay, but you're paying me. Okay, but are you paying me back or what, Liam? Ah, fine. He gives you $100 even though you 100% made up the break when you go out of character. Nice. You gain 2 boldness, lose 2 smarts, and $100.
Gotta get the good stuff.
Me gaslighting my rich friends into thinking they owe me money. God, I wish. You decide to hit the hotel bar for a cocktail because you're classy like that. Pity you don't know shit about cocktails, but when the waiter comes, you panic and order made-up cocktails like the Twisted Torso, a Hug on the Hill, and the Vacuum Cleaner. What do you know? They have those cocktails. You proved your credentials as a cocktail connoisseur, and you get totally shit-faced thanks to your 2 creativity for coming up with drink names. Sometime later, you're in the hotel bathroom giving your remaining t-shirts the sniff test when you hear Liam grumbling in the other room. Damn it. If any of you see my keys, I could have sworn I left them on the nightstand. Poor Liam, yet another victim of faulty witness testimony. Uncle Liz pointed to the keys not being a nightstand, and yet he went on insisting. I couldn't bring myself to put more doubt in his fragile mind, even if his memory had more holes than a wedge of Swiss cheese. Sorry, I don't know where your keys could be, Nico. Is your magnifying glass up to the task of finding them? Of course. The detective has... my god, why can't I hold a Nico voice? It's like him. It's constantly shifting. What if I go back to the voice where I just try to impersonate him? Of course. This detective has stumbled home from enough late-night benders to know how to follow the clues to a set of missing keys. Sweet. What clues do we have so far? Well, has our prime suspect here retraced his steps yet? Yes, of course. Wait, what do you mean prime suspect? You were the last to be in possession of the keys, weren't you? How do you know you didn't lose them on purpose to hide some shady deeds? Ooh, Liam, have you been getting up to some spicy business in the hotel room you didn't want us to find out? No, I obviously didn't lose the keys on purpose. You better solve this mystery before Liam blows a gasket. How do you find the missing keys? You gotta trust the noir detective method. Go to a hotel bar, get drunk, and maybe start a fight. It'll help process somehow. Solve the mystery the same way badly written detective movies do. Cast a spell that conjures a flashback with a voiceover narration for a convention expedition. Let's get Nico drunk. Why on earth did that bring us any closer to finding my keys?
Have a drink.
Trust the process, my friend. We can have a drink, epiphany, fight a thief who becomes important later, meet a sultry woman who has a cryptic clue. I'm into all these things. Let's hit the bar. Sometime later. Woo! Another round over here. OMG. Do you all want to do karaoke after this? I don't have time for that. We're supposed to be finding my keys. I'm sorry, I completely forgot. Which phase of the plan are we at now? Bar fight time? I really don't think getting into a fight is necessary or a good idea. False. Of course. What a fool he was. Poor sweet naive Liam, so blind to the seedy ways of the world. No, I can hear you right. Of course, the point of noir narration is everyone can hear me. How else were you supposed to get the exposition? I can't wait anymore. Bar fight time! Nico punches a nearby patron. The patron throws his stool at Nico. Zoe summons horrific tentacles out of the ground to throw people around. Fight! You're in the thick of it. You're in the thick of it, losing teeth as fast as you can. Punch them as fast as you can punch them out of other people's mouths. When Nico reaches in their pocket, pulls out their fake pistol.
I cracked this case.
Whoa! I just found the keys. I must have grabbed them earlier and forgot. Those trench coats has so many pockets, you know. You seriously couldn't have realized that before? You got punched several times. I got punched several times. Guess that means the fight's over. Sorry, guys. We're done. Found the keys. The patrons are so confused that they let you go without any stab wounds. Nice. You get 2 fun, lose 2 smarts.
Time to restore stamina.
Readjusting in my chair. We've had barely any omen. Last time we played, almost no omen. This time, no omen so far. How you doing, Omen? Good board game night. You and Omen have a great game night.
I will crush you.
You play Settlers of Catan. Omen likes the conquest aspect and immediately goes for the largest army points. And in the game, she's acquired 98 knight cards. How? There aren't even that many knights in the deck. You still win because Omen didn't bother building any settlements or cities. But she insists that her army overtakes her pathetic hippie commune, making her the true winner. Whatever floats her boat.
The pen is mightier than the sword.
You dive into comic work again. You're excited since the other day you had an idea for a kick-ass new character. You got to admit the character is secretly based on one of your friends. Based on a friend of yours, so first you give them a call to check if they're okay with using their likeness. What would be a weird yet cool explanation for why you made $1 million last year? Your correct use of grammar, your anus, but trust me, it was cool. People got into buying merch of your face, ironically, but you made it money unironically, so fuck them. You infuriated a lot of people online and made money out of it. I'm thinking this one. This is the channel goals. If you could remove something from your day-to-day life, what would it be? The color turquoise, everything that's not pizza, doing your taxes. People who don't realize how beautiful your hair is. Look, man, it's coming around that time of year. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Such big stats.
Get that career. Let's get that boldness. You're roaming around the lobby when you find someone with your exact same cosplay. Unacceptable. You said solve the conflict the traditional way. A knife fight to the death. The other cosplayer doesn't carry a knife, so he gets automatically disqualified. You win the right to cosplay. You get into a boldness for always carrying a knife for some reason. For no reason at all. And because I'm kind of scared of you. Later at the hotel bar with Doug and Nico, you progress past the happy, tipsy stage and are deep into sad boy hours. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to sound ungrateful. My dad loves me, but I've never felt like he's tried to understand my hobbies or why I like the things that I... Everybody shut up! Shut the fuck up right now! I have glorious news! I finally tracked down my old magic grimoire from my villain days! I found time to check out my old evil lairs for my belongings. Most of them have been converted into Airbnbs, but I found my grimoire buried in one of the bathrooms. The owner was irate, but you cannot make an omelet without breaking a few toilets, or however the saying goes. Good for you, Omen. What spell are you going to cast first? Good question. One of my favorites was an incantation that turns people inside out, such as slow, hilarious, the way to die. You're not going to do that one, are you? Well, now I have to. Trust me, Doug. I'll love it. Corpus inversionum my synctum. Why do you like the same, Nico? Were you already inside out or something? You tried to cast it on me? I think the problem is, you know, the whole being defeated and imprisoned in a suit that blocks your magical powers thing. Oh, right. Hey, cheer up. I'm sure you can still cast some of the spells in here without magic.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's like when you're making brownies but forget to buy sugar, so you'll use applesauce instead. Virtually the same dish. Somehow, someone needs to enroll Doug in a cooking class, stat, but right now you gotta cheer up Omen by finding a spell she can cast without no magic. The spell is for shooting metal projectiles at deadly speed. You're pretty sure that's just a gun. You don't need a possession spell to control someone else's body, just piggyback ride them.
Nice job.
Let's give her a gun, because I think that's very funny. Presents the same problem, idiot. Guns are fueled by magic, which I cannot cast. I'm like 67% sure guns aren't fueled by magic. Wait, really? Any old fool can use them. Pretty much, what a wonderful world, eh? I must obtain one. Alright, are guns difficult to get? I'm no expert, but they're deadly weapons, so I imagine it'll be hard. 30 minutes later, Omen walks out of the gun store with a pistol in her pocket. Well, that was easy. Well, that was easy. Now to put deadly baby to use. You got a shooting range or something? Shooting the gun would be more fun if you had a target to aim at. Doug. Anything can be a target if you use your imagination. Omen shoots some poor sap crossing the street. He was jaywalking, so you kind of guess he deserves it. What she said. Excuse me, miss. Did you just shoot that innocent bystander? Yes, BC had a very good reason for doing so. I wanted to. Fair enough. But you gotta have a license to carry a firearm. You know what punishment for not having one is? No, what is it? A warning. Consider yourself warned. Carry your license, young lady. Remember, civilians are only allowed to shoot 4 people per day. But between you and me, if you claim it was self-defense, you can squeeze in a few more for free. Noted. Holy shit, you live in hell. But at least Omen's happy with the new gun. You gain 2 boldness and lose 2 fun.
MVP.
I'll be right back. I'm back. I had to take care of something real fast, but I also have a box of cookies now, which was unrelated to the thing. I just grabbed them on my way in here. Ah! There we go. Ow. Walking around the community zone, you see several congoers playing a match. Wait, is that soccer? Why the hell is there soccer at the Monster Con? A congoer sees you fuming and tells you, oh, it's not soccer, it's actually LARP fussball. What a relief. You have too fun watching the game. Safe knowing that you don't have to watch any real sports. You're checking out the tabletop gaming showcase with Omen and Zoe when you see a wargaming table with no occupants.
Ooh, I fucking love this.
Well, this looks promising. All the fun in interstellar war in a tiny plastic package. Look at this funny alien squid dude. Wow, I'm evil Squidward, bow down to me. My boobily-breasted general bows for no one. Face my sexy sword. You, Zoe, and Omen start playfully jousting with the miniatures. You're enjoying yourself, so naturally someone has to come ruin it. What are you femoids doing? This how you play Wargame 50.1k? That is irrelevant to me. I'm having fun playing it this way. Nobody plays 50.1k to have fun, idiot. Leonard, I know the game how the game's actually played, but we're doing it our own way, and that's fine too, right? That was always first mistake. Trying to reason with Leonard. No, it's not fine. Wargame 50.1k is a sophisticated game played with endless dice rolls, calculations, and measurements. You even have protractors. You can't play without protractors. You know what? We have been doing this all wrong. You should teach us. Finally, you've seen common sense. I'll show you how to...
Shut up.
Shut up, beak breather. I feel like that's a little racist. All right. I was talking to Aravi. Yeah, Aravi, can you show us how to play, pretty please? By the smirks in your friends' faces, you can see this is the wrong answers only kind of deal. Propose a way to play Game 50.1k as hilariously as possible. These miniatures have intricate armors that you can paint them. It's clear the creator wanted you to throw a pageant to crown Little Miss War. The miniatures must be exhausted from all the war. Switch places, get on the custom-made table, and wrestle each other. Further while miniatures watch. There are two options here. This is funny, but this one, there are two outcomes in my mind. They are either actually gonna do it and it's just gonna be a horny scene, or they're gonna immediately call Aravi out. Both are really funny. The second one is really funny. The first one is just also a good option. What? Oh, Aravi's getting in on this. Okay. Welcome to the 20XX Wargame 50.1k Wrestling Tournament. In this corner, we have Aravi, champion of the Space Rats. And in the other corner, with the palpable Dami Mommy energy, is Omen, queen of the Space Necromancers. Let the fight begin. Oh. You're dead, rat fucker. Taste my necromancy punch. They punch you in the face. That's how necromancy works in Wargame 50.1k or in real life. Necromancy punch for you two. Omen knocked Leonard out, but in one punch. I may only have one fist, but it's good enough for two. Omen, I think our audience is getting a bit bored of the punching. True, time for my finishing move. Necromancy steel chair. This is not as sexy as I thought the game was going to be about it. They went actual full wrestling. I thought we were going to get Omen and Zoe to wrestle. Omen knocks you down with a chair. Your miniature's more plastic and animate, but you can still feel their disappointment for you. We have our winner! 3 cheers for the Necromancy Queen! Omen the Necromancy Queen. Zoe throws up miniatures in the air like confetti. Yes, shower me in toys! You gain 2 boldness and lose 2 creativity. Your actions are also rendered Leonard unconscious, which is always a win.
Let's unlock some map locations.
They're chilling in a hotel room inside the Browns room service list. Wow, they have all sorts of kind of thing. The dog getting electrocuted video. Oh, you're changing! Well, they have all sorts of kinds. Six-pack of beer, lots of shoelaces, even the very concept of creativity. Well, the last one's expensive, but since money isn't a stat anymore, it'd be a nice... Shortly after, someone brings you 2 creativity and several shoelaces. Imagine all you can do with all this. With all that creativity, who knows? So I said to the paper boy, they arrested Oscar Wilde for that? That's literally the only thing I planned on doing this weekend. Yikes, sounds like the 1890s would not have been a great time for to enter my slut era. Ah, what a lovely day with relax with your friends at the hotel. If only the quesadilla you ate earlier wasn't putting up such a fight. What the hell was that, cat? What? The cat just walked into my room. I think it batted at the umbrella hanging from my door, and then it left. He just casually walked in, crossed the entire room, batted it like once, and then left. Like casually turned around and left. Like that was their sole reason for coming in here. Which is a polite way of saying you have to take a massive shit. You go to the bathroom, but now you face the greatest problem of traveling with friends. You don't want them to hear you plop. You know the plop, the super clear sound that proves you're taking a dump? You decide to wait for the perfect time to let all hell break loose, ideally when your friends are being noisy enough to cover the sound. I'm getting hungry. Anyone got any popcorn I can pop? No, but I have some marshmallows you can eat. They're yummier and quieter anyway. Fuck. What's the music? The new Priscilla Bronte album came out last weekend. Actually, can I show you all a new genre I'm beginning to? It's called Whispercore. Fuck! Oh shit, the season finale of Reincarnated. It is a supervisor on the deafeningly loud firecracker factory is on tonight. Let's watch it. Wait, that show just got canceled, didn't it? Let's watch a moment of silence in honor of its memory. Fuckity fuck. As usual, it all comes down to you. Just let the cover side of your plop. Shit out of the bathroom window instead. You're on the 5th floor, so according to physics, chances of your friends hearing the plop are far lower. You want them to think you're not pooping. Therefore, you should cover the noise by screaming, "I'm not pooping." Perfect. It's the ultimate misdirection. I'm not pooping! Good for you, Aravi. Good for you, Aravi. Thanks for keeping us in the loop. Still not pooping! You are pooping, aren't you, Aravi? Aren't you listening? That's the one thing she said she's not doing. Then what are you doing, Aravi? It's a secret. Oh, I have to know. It's killing me. I bet she's baking a surprise cake. In the bathroom? Of course, it's the least likely place to do it. No one would suspect it. Wow, Aravi is so clever. And good at baking, I hope. You're done pooping and no one heard the plop. Which is good, but now you have to sneak out of the bathroom window and buy a cake. This isn't any easier by the fact you're on the 5th floor. But as the saying goes, you pooped in the bed, now you have to lie in it. You lose 2 smarts, but at least everyone thinks you're a great bathroom baker and you get 2 charm.
You win at a con.
Be more fun. Oh. Well, I got that smart charm. You suddenly realize your phone is dead. Good thing you're at the merch hall. You find a stand where someone's selling chargers. You want to buy one, but you feel bad about buying something so not nerdy. The vendor sighs and draws a ooh-woo face on the charger. Sold! You get 2 charm for your kawaii phone charger. I think I did literally that. Well, one of the time. The cat's back, by the way. Hi! I did that one time at a con, literally, except it wasn't a phone charger. It was a new wallet. So I have an Overwatch Lucio wallet. I at the time, I had not played Overwatch for months. And I still have not played since. That was back in 22. Later, you come across Omen staring glumly at a big sword. This is odd. Weapons usually make her so happy. You walk up to see if she's okay. Hmm? Oh, hello, Aravi. Behold the latest manifestation of my shortcomings. Back in my villain days, this was my favorite longsword. What great times we used to have, wreaking havoc, beheading people. But it is too large and heavy to be wielded one-handed. Sadly, that is not the only way I can. That's not the only way I can wield anything now. Ah, cheer up. I'm sure you can still use it. Let me see your technique. Owen picks up the sword and attempts to swing it, but it goes wide and cuts an innocent bystander's arm off. See what I mean? I was aiming for his head. I'm sorry, Omen. Just because you can't use your longsword anymore doesn't mean your life's over, you know? I know the problem is that I cannot use my sword to make other people's lives over. You're still in lives, though. Times may have changed, but you're still the same bloodthirsty psychopath I know and love. You make a good point. Times certainly do change. Perhaps the sort of thing is what happens when you age.
Oh, how dull.
Joints weaken, your hangovers worsen, and you can no longer wield a longsword like an incarnation of death itself. Yeah, more or less. I see. Thank you, Aravi, for giving me some much-needed perspective. Now I must decide what to do with the sword. I cannot simply throw it away, but what purpose could it serve me now? Time for one of your patented suggestions. What should Omen do with her old longsword? Divide it in half. That's how short swords are made. Probably. Donate it to an orphanage. If we have the short sword, then she can keep using it.
Genius.
Great idea. Waste not, want not, they say. Takes a couple of hours and several blacksmithing tutorials on YouTube. But you and Omen finally divide a longsword into two swords. This fucking rocks. I was born to be a dual-wielding warrior. I don't think you can dual wield on account of, you know. What do you? Oh, right, one arm. Gods will never get used to it. No matter. How about this? You wield the other short sword in my place, Aravi. I'd love to. Let's be short sword twins. You and Omen run off and do short sword twin stuff together. Like using swords are as highly dangerous barbecue chicken skewers. Or trying unsuccessfully to brush your teeth with them. Or attacking people, but it's okay because you'll pranked afterwards, which we all know cancels out any crimes. By the end of the day, you two are sitting on a grassy overlook watching the sunset gleam off your freshly polished blades.
Ooh, I fucking love this.
You know what, Aravi? I dare say that having a short sword twin is even better than being able to dual wield. My old arm never provided me with such good company as you. Aw, I'm flattered, Omen. High sword 5. You and Omen smack your swords together, triumphantly getting too creativity and lose your charm. Come in. Pick a box, any box. Alright. Major Arcana. The Emperor. During your turn, this item changes all the sound effects. Oh god. Last time it was all fart noises when I got this. Excellent purchase if I say so. Now be a darling, keep the line moving.
Time to write my chronicles.
Love is fickle, but at least you have your comic to rely on. Time to brainstorm. No, you shouldn't, but you are totally getting this gift for your nephew's 5th birthday. A team of lawyers, one day he might need it. A gun, but with some cute iron print. It's for a child, after all. A collection of strong opinions on the meat industry. The internet won't listen to you. Maybe a 5-year-old will. I mean, a gun. They need to grow up. What terrible thoughts keep you up at night? France doesn't exist. It's just a product of our collective imagination. Probably wants you dead. That I did not mean to click that. Did not mean to click that. I fat fingered it. God damn, I fat fingered it. Oh. Welcome to DuckCon. You're at the lobby when some random person mistakes you for a friend of a friend and apparently has meant twice. It plays during this too. You were too shy to correct him, so you hang together for a couple hours. It's when he insisting to add you to the New Year's Eve party group chat that you finally gather the bravery needed to explain you are not who you believe you are. Better late than never, I guess, here at Two Boldness. Just group chat. Welcome to DuckCon. You're wondering around when you see Omen and Liam arguing at SpookyCon's. A SpookyCon staple is familiar to you as a merch table. One day to Lion Core, one day without this armor, that is all I ask. And you're asking for too much. The Coven put you in that magic suppression for armor for a reason. Yeah, stupid reason. Try to take over the world one time. I'm sorry, Omen. You know I've always championed your ability to be redeemed, but restoring your magic is a step too far. You need to make peace with your new reality. If you need any help with that, let me know. As if I'd even ask you to hold open a door for me, you insufferable, ineffable eggplant. Bad day, Omen? Bad century, more like. Liam refuses to authorize me to remove my accursed armor. It is unfortunate because there are many activities I would like to perform without it. Fingers crossed she's talking about sex. Yeah! Alas, we must persevere. There are some other spells in my grimoire that I would like to cast, magic or not. I used to have the grandest of times summoning otherworldly creatures, sometimes to broker deals, sometimes just to have a chat. Ah, the halcyon days of youth. My inability to activate a summoning circle makes this impossible, but perhaps with your innovative ideas, we could change that. Omen's ego is writing on this, and hey, with any luck, this might result in her writing on you someday. Swear to God. Who is texting me? Fuck. I'm clicking all around the wrong thing. Okay, we're back. No, wait. Need to open this. There we go. Summoning powerful entities is an exercise in selfishness. You're always calling them to come to you. Have you considered visiting them? Order pizza. It's like summoning a delivery person, and it includes pizza, which most traditional summons spells lack. Ah, good point. I think I have an address written down somewhere. 45 minutes later, you're standing by as Omen knocks on a suburban neighborhood door. Diabolos, scourge of all that is holy. Long time no see, old friend. Wow, hi, Omen. Gosh, it's been so long. How's everything? Good. Besides being defeated by some lame do-gooders and getting imprisoned in Iron Maiden for a century, you know how this things go. But I'm back, baby. So how about getting into a fight, bash some skulls, and curse some bloodlines? It'll just be like old times. Well, honey, who's at the door? Oh, Rebecca. I'd like to meet you to meet Omen, my old friend. Really? You're the undefeatable Omen? Diabolos. They told me all about your little misadventures. You two were a pair of rascals, weren't you? Well, that's the way of putting it. Anyway, Diabolos, how about it? If we hurry, we can still murder 20 or 30 people before sunrise. I mean, that's fun, but Rebecca and I were in the middle of reading our daughters their bedtime stories. If you're willing to wait, I'll heat up a cherry pie and we can watch the rest of the episode of House MD together. Oh, I think I'll pass the night, but thanks. No worries, it's still great to see you. You should stop by for dinner sometime. Don't be a stranger. Owen makes their goodbyes and walks back to the bus stop. I'm sorry, Diabolos. Wasn't all you hoped he would be, Omen. No, it's okay. I suppose that time makes lame asses of all of us. But still, it was nice to see him so happy. True that! You get 2 charm for helping Omen reconnect with their friend, and you also lose 2 fun. Swear to God, this quacking. Get more fun. If you sit down to play a really complicated European board game, you don't want to make a fool of yourself, so you pick the manual and start reading. Days pass, seasons change, cities crumble and are recovered in sand. When you finish the manual, you find yourself alone in an empty post-apocalyptic wasteland. Just kidding, you fell asleep. But what you did get was the read the rest. I'm dying. I'm dying. Okay, we're good. Anyway, almost lost my cool there. What you did get was to get to read the A while later, A while later, Zoe and Nico drag you to a local bar for a fandom meet up with the... Omen joins you. Since Miracle of Miracles. This is a show she actually watches. Rejoice, my rowdy barbarians. Let us toast to Bronin's feats of strength. And for his feats of love. But of course, Zoe. Someone pour me another beer. Is this, did we get this one last time? Wait, you're the Zoe? I've read your Bronin headcanons. The idea that he gets unmatched stamina from channeling his sex drive. That changed my masturbation sense forever. I gotta thank you. Art truly can change people's lives, huh? What a beautiful truth! Come on, my chalice is empty. I need a drink so we can toast the Bronin's legendary prowess as a lover. Why are you three spreading such lies about Bronin the Barbarian? Bronin has never been shown to engage in sexual intercourse in any of the films, TV shows, or zero boxes where he's featured. Well, sure, but this is a headcanon. Something that I think is canon in my head. And Omen, my dear friend, if you could see all the things Bronin has done in my head. Except she doesn't have to. You can check Zoe's Bronin headcanon. You can check Zoe's Bronin headcanon page. Headcanon blog. Believe me, it will revolutionize how you jerk off. Stop it. I neither know nor care what a headcanon is. What I know is that these myths have always been passed down through bard songs and TV spectacle, both known for their rigorous accuracy. If you insist on distorting the mighty legend of Bronin the Barbarian, I may have to slice your head off. But the only headcanon I care about is the headed headcanon. So be ready for the face of wrath with the plastic axe. Let's be real, let's be real. Nico doesn't stand a chance. Come up with a way for Omen to understand what the appeal of headcanon is. Nico doesn't have a headcanon with. What was the one we chose last time? Adapt to your audience. Tell Omen they're actually about headcanon. She'll be way more into that. Headcanons are a sweet escapism. Would you rather spend hours coping with the horrors of modern life or imagining how your favorite characters? You're really good at playing the trumpet. Okay, it's this one. We're going with this one. Headcanons? With a double N? Like the weapon? Sure. You can headcanon that the barbarian can secretly turn his head into a cannon. A headcanon. Like from Transformers 4, 5, one of those. That would be an impressive skill. His head could store a heavy cannonball to shoot at will. Imagine storing a cannonball inside your head. I have often wished heads could store a cannonball instead of whatever they store now. You can imagine it freely with the power of headcanons. Is that true? And even if it is, how does one head cannon? You can expand on your headcanon. You can expand HC. Tell us why does Bronin possess such an incredible skill? But I don't know. Wait, I think I get it now. Since these head cannons are but a figment of my imagination, I can weave them at will, right? Maybe Bronin underwent forbidden surgery. Or what if it was a blessing by the god of cannons? Or, hear me out, what if Bronin turns his head into a cannon by channeling his sex drive? Meshing my superior head cannon with your inexplicable urge to add sex to any tale you hear. I must admit, that would be an amusing twist. If sex drive could turn my head into a cannon, I might be as horny as you usually are, my friend. A toast for head cannons, another one for head cannons. Someone fill my chalice. We spend the rest of the day discussing various head cannons, especially the one about Bronin's story and cannon inside his head. By end of it, Omen seems more open to head cannons, even the ones that do not involve actual head cannons. So baby steps. You get too boldness for resorting to the idea of head cannons, but lose too fun. I can't get... I'm not allowed anything these days. I mean, get boldness. Why do I lose fun? You're outside the con when you see a bunch of sleepy-looking people sitting down. Hey, welcome to Smoker's Lounge, one of them says to you. There's no Smoker's Lounge, so we decided to make one out here. Want a puff, he asks? You've seen too many PSAs to say yes to drugs, but you can strike up a conversation with them while they get the high off their asses. They have their interesting opinions on snacks, ASMR videos, and 2001: A Space Odyssey. Listening to them and inhaling their weed fumes gives you creativity. I've seen 2001: A Space Odyssey. It was definitely an experience. It was good though. It was a good experience. It was just so long and slow, but it was fun. It was fun. It's interesting because I had a friend. I had a friend I watched it with, and this kid was like 2 years younger than me, and we watched it in high school. I think he was just entering 9th grade. I was 11th grade, and he was over at my house, and we watched it. I don't know why we started watching 2001: A Space Odyssey, or why I thought that would be a good idea with a kid who has, like, no attention span. But we decided to watch it. And the insane bit is that this kid, who can barely focus on anything, and, like, asked to be doing something, sat silently and watched the entire thing, never pulled out his phone or took his eyes off the screen once. It was crazy. I don't know why, but that's what happened. So... You take a break from the con to get a drink with Omen and listen to some of their crazy stories from the evil old days. And now Malfamore said, look over there, and while he was distracted, I stabbed that pathetic do-gooder from behind. Ha! That's kind of advanced tactic you can only pull off with a proper villainous team-up. Sounds like you had quite the crew back in the day. Of course, none of them were as powerful, intelligent, or attractive as me, but they weren't bad. I wonder what became of them. Have you tried looking at them on Facebook? I'm gonna stop doing the Robbie voice because I think it's gonna actually blow my vocal cords out. No, but that sounds like an excellent place to start. Bring me this book of faces and I shall examine it. After explaining to Omen that Facebook is actually a website old people use to fall for AI images and stalk active classmates, she agrees to try it. Okay, what were the names of your old villain buddies? Well, there was Malfamore, obviously. Vlad the... Oh. And... Vlad the... Oh. Oh, okay. He has some super title I always forget. Vlad the Inhaler. And the other guy. With the meat grinder. Andy something dumb like that. Honestly, who can even remember the names of everyone they've even shared a secret lair with? Despite Omen's less than stellar information, you do your best to scour the site for contacts, but come up empty. They must have been vanquished for good during my imprisonment. No matter. She says that, but you can't help but notice she looks a tiny bit disappointed. How else can you track down her old friends? Fake Omen's death. Once it's known, they'll all leave their riches to their closest friends. Those rats will surely appear, They're out from under their rocks. Omen's friend should be more than a century old by now. We have to dig deeper. Check MySpace. Why would they be in your space? Did you capture them? To explain that MySpace isn't your space, though you did once have a MySpace that was your space, but instead a social media website from forever ago. I never had a MySpace. I also never had a Facebook. Oh, I'd prefer that you... Oh. I'd prefer that you did have them chained in a dungeon, but I suppose that will do too. Amazingly, MySpace is, in fact, still running. And you hope Omen created a cool new page. If your idea of cool involves flaming text, edgy music, and flashing stickers anyway. Now this is a page that will strike fear into the hearts of my enemies. It is time to locate the others. Look up Mel for more. Her page must be a monument to carnage. But Balfour's page. I love my cats, the header reads. The rest of the page is cat pics, cat updates, and cat blinkies. Cats? Balfour always hated cats. Where's the top 8 section I see? Oh, that's about it. Those are our top 8 MySpace friends. You must be mistaken, otherwise I would be there, obviously. Oh, well, you haven't been in touch for a while, and you did only just make an account. That disloyal scum, I'm going to message her right now. Why am I not in your top 8? Ah, forget her. She has been taken by some kind of feline cult. You always keep me in your top 8, won't you, Ravi? Right? Right? You haven't used MySpace since whenever that was last cool, but you could dig up your old account to make Omen happy. Maybe we'll even make her your top 8 too. Use too boldness for confronting the cringe that awaits you, but gain too smarts from relearning all the coding needed to revamp the page. I kind of do miss when social media pages were more customizable. I say miss. I never was in that time. Specifically ranking best anime butts. Some of the choices are intriguing. I mean, sure, mecha robots technically have big asses. Xingyi, Zenless. At the end, you've learned more about the panelists' fetishes than anime. But that ass-centric knowledge still grants you 2 smarts. Now you, April, and Nico are in line to get autographs from Rush Richards, geek rock musician extraordinaire. Nothing could possibly ruin this day. But come bearing bad news, everyone. Rush Richards has failed to show up. No! Today's ruined! Fear not, I was instructed to handle it, so I paid a drunkard $1.50 of a hot dog to sign autographs in Rush Richards' place. That sure is a creative solution. Isn't it? How strange this new life is. I find myself playing the hero for a change. Does the drunkard know how to mimic Rush Richards' signature? I don't know, but I saw him doing a pretty good air guitar impersonation in the parking lot, so I deemed him, as they say, legit. That's legit to me. Arigato, Omen-senpai! Yep, it's the perfect solution until a real Rusher shows up saying his limo is late. Sir, will you get out of my chair? You're getting day old tequila smells soaked in the fabric. Who gives a shit? I'm not moving until I get my hot dog. Have a hot dog! I'm sorry, but you can't be here. These people are here to get an autograph from Rush Richards. That's me, not you. Big whoop, bub. I'll give you everybody here 2 autographs and a shot of tequila. Whoa, 2 rushes. It's like I'm seeing double. How will we know which one's real? You know, the real Rush Richards looks like, right? Because it's nothing like the other guy. So I'm trying to make a heroic... Take my heroic moment away from me. I already solved the situation. I will not unsolve it by Richard stays. Put a pickle. In Rush Richards' favor, he's actually Rush Richards, but the drunk guy giving free tequila. Who gets to stay? Let the audience decide by subjecting Rush Richards and the drunkard to the oldest popularity test ever. Fuck, marry, kill. You're all here for an autograph session, so it only makes sense that whoever has the prettiest signature gets to be a celebrity. Fuck, marry, kill. Ah, trial by fuck, marry, kill. The oldest, the oldest existing legal process to faithfully assess one's social standing. Perfect. Since you need 3 people to properly play fuck, marry, kill, you volunteer to be the 3rd person. on the judgmental chopping block. Get on stage with Rush Ridgers and the drunk. In order to get an informed fuck, marry, kill vote, we've written some questions for you all. First, how many kids do you want to have? I'm not gonna lie, I'm just focused on getting a date for the end of the con. Well, I already have 2 beautiful daughters, and I cherish them more than any. I wanted no kids, but I've got like 6 or something. Ha! I beat you without trying. Second question, what's the worst thing your romantic partner could do? I guess reject me? The worst thing my partner could do is not support me in my passions. I'm open to compromise, but my art is the worst thing my ex ever did is drive my car into a lake on a dare. I worked hard to steal that car. Ah! I like this guy's style. And yet he gets the vast majority of kill votes, so Omen stabs him to death because that's how democracy works. I fear this won't look good for my redemption. No, and this guy stabbing him was the right thing to do. That's how democracy at work. Rush Ridgers gets the most Mary votes, thus surviving fuck, marry, kill, so he gets to be the one to sign the autograph. Problem solved. You sense that you got the fuck votes, mostly by process of elimination, but still, it's reassuring. You lose your creativity and gain 2 fun from solving your problems with a fuck, marry, kill.
Where do I get a health potion?
Alright. Alright, Omen. I got your hobbies. These 2 look so meant for each other. It's eating hot dogs.
What?
That isn't a hobby. A pastime, then. It surely, in a way, is as a way, which I adore passing my time. I really like hot dogs. I do. And one thing I do not like, doctors. They keep telling me I should not eat so many hot dogs. Complete morons. Ah, hot dogs. Hands down, the best thing to happen to me after my imprisonment. It is true, hot dogs are kind of goated as a foodstuff. Boy, aren't hot dogs a thing that existed for more than 100 years? I'm pretty sure they were invented in Frankfurt in the late, like, 15th century. Dang, why does my brain retain these things but not my old passwords? Do not beat yourself up around me. Your brain isn't your greatest asset, but it's just something we are all accepted by now. You should accept it too. Okay? But then, how do you explain not knowing about hot dogs? They existed back then.
Shut up.
Excuse me for not knowing about this one food during the 25 years I had before getting in prison. This is the thing. The one thing we did not have back then that was internal net thing. So it was pretty plausible for people to not know about a certain thing if it didn't happen in your vicinity. For example, I did not know about the existence of karate either.
Total sense.
That makes sense. It does, but then again, your brain isn't your best asset, as previously stated. It follows that it doesn't process common sense very well. It's a bit of a tragedy. And you know what? You want to know another tragedy? That I've come to know about hot dogs when I have the hands I have. When I've half the hands I used to have. You could use one of mine to help you stuff hot dogs in your mouth. Aravi, that is it. Oh, I love her. She's so cute. This goblin woman, I love her. Would you do that, really? I would owe you a big one. Don't mention it. Sorry for being mean to you, Aravi. You might have a weak brain, but you make up for it with a strong heart. Thanks. You run to the hot dog food truck where you proceed to feed hot dogs to Omen. It's nice to spend time with your friends trying out their hobbies. Alright, almost through this.
Draw your weapon.
Before you know it, the con's almost over, and it's time to put the finishing touches on your comic. We're going home with one last brainstorming session. Hard truth you really need to hear today. Liking rainy days doesn't make you special. You may never know where France is on the map. That's okay. Your hemorrhoids don't make eating your ass more exotic. That is awful, and I don't like that one. 1 million cells in your body die every second, and you're doing nothing about it. This one's real. This one's good. But trend is becoming overused in cinema. Long non-dialogue sequences as a word bait. When they take a well-known intellectual property and twist it. Few things that are clearly hiding something. Gun juggling. I have to watch another movie with gun juggling, so help me. This one. Look, I'm directing this one clearly at fucking at Mahou Shoujo. At fucking... I'm directing this one at the fucking magical girls. Stop trying to be Madoka Magica. It's not fun to watch. It's not interesting. I am so tired of magical girls, but we made it dark and edgy because there's blood and sex. Stop it. It's not interesting. As a side note, I also hate Madoka Magica. I like it when they do... I like magical girls with a twist. I like magical girls with a twist. They're fun. The ones that I've seen that have done that right are really, really good, and I love them. But the ones that are like, it's magical girls, but there's sex now, or they're like, there's blood, are like, you're so boring, or just awful to watch. I hate you. Thirsting over magical girls was such a... Okay. I'm not diving down that rabbit hole. I'm not diving down that rabbit hole. I'm not diving down that rant hole. That show had a great setup, and then it went in the gutter instantly. Swan dived into an open manhole out the gate. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm real passionate about that. I forgot about the ducks. You sit down to play an experimental new TCRPG called Dancing Witch Dragon. It's a typical Tolkien-esque fantasy setting, but all battles are decided in DDR matches against your opponent. Awesome. You carry your party because you got moves for days. It's a little unfairly skewered because your game master has a broken foot, but that's not your fault. You gain 2 fun kicking ass with your S-rank DDR skills. Afterwards, you're thinking dreamfully of Omen and how sexy she is when trying to remove her armor and restore her magical powers. You're daydreaming about her arguing with Liam about it until you realize that she's actually right in front of you arguing with Liam about it. Dreams do come true. What about half a day? And I shan't even remove the full suit, just the cape. Omen, we've been over this. The answer is no. Come on! I'm doing a compromise with you instead of simply bashing your skull in. Is that not indicative of the vast growth I've made as a person? I hear you, but I said no. And even if I change my mind, I doubt the Coven would ever agree to it. I have ways of making them agree. Like, baking them a batch of delicious cookies with practically no poison in them. And that is what nice people do to persuade others, right? Well, it's a start. Look, I've got a panel to go to now. We can talk more about this later. Wait, are you not dismissing me outright? Does that mean I have a chance? We'll see. Don't get your hopes up. Too late. Ravi, good news. Liam is close to caving in and giving me powers back. I need to sharpen my rusty magic skills. One I definitely like to practice is a necromancer ritual. I used to cast out to raise an army of skeletons. It's a wonderful times I had. There I was, conquering kingdoms, terrifying widows and children. I was a bona fide bone lord. How about it? Can you work your magical non-magic skills to get me a skeleton warrior as I deserve? Oof, that's a tall order. Bowman's happiness is on the line. Time to raise the bones. This is your true calling as a shenanigans doer. Convince Omen she has raised an army of reanimated skeletons by pulling off the biggest weekend at Bernie's ever. Just raise a regular army. Almost everyone is flesh-covered skeletons anyway. The only thing standing between Omen and skeleton army will be skinning a lot of people. Weekends at Birdie's would be really funny, but I knew that was going to be a test of what your stats are, so I had a feeling that it was going to be, so I wanted to go with the safe option. Call up Doug and Nico, who are always down for whatever bullshit you've gotten up to, and get to work raising your army. Wow, I never would have guessed they could convince so many people to join us in such a whole time. Never underestimate the power of online radicalization. It's almost a bit scary. That was everyone's skinning game. Whoever is least experienced can use my machete. I think I can manage with the potato peeler. Maybe I could just raise the team's morale, like, from a distance. Yourself, more skinning for me. 3 hours later. Okay, I've got my second one. John, how are you all doing? Still my first. I'm not very good at this. Same, it's sort of hard plus screaming and all that. You got this, team. It's not so bad. Just picture them as big, delicious potatoes. Look, I'm super into cheering Omen up, but hear me out. What if we made an army of skeletons with a skin exoskeleton? Isn't skin basically armor for skeletons anyway? Let's just drop the whole army plan. It's proven possible to recreate my grimoires spells perfectly anyway. You sure? Yeah, it's okay. A century has passed. It's only natural that times I have changed. Makes sense. We've already lost half our recruits once they saw the whole skinning thing anyway. Nico grabs a freshly skinned skeleton and moves it like an Adventure Villagers puppet. I bet a hot dog would cheer you up, Bowman. Come to dinner with us. Don't be a bonehead. Sure, let's go. You enjoy a delicious dinner with your friends. All that boldness. Skinning sure worked up an appetite. You're sitting at the main stage for a panel titled Are Datingson Back? The stage is empty. After a few minutes, a shy-looking guy approaches the mic and says they're not, because they never left to begin with. Yay! The audience goes crazy. Crazy for dating sims. You gain 2 smarts from learning dating sims. Never stop being cool. I should play more dating sims, but I have so far only played Katawa Shoujo and this. You're leaving your last activity when Omen steps directly in your path. Aravi! Hi. Hi. Is everything okay? Do not interrupt me! As of late, I found myself a bit into you. And sex. Perhaps even both at the same time. Do not let it go to your head. It is a rare day when a glorious overlord such as myself stoops to lay with a pathetic worm like you. Anyways, I'm here to make you mine, but I am unsure of the current courtship rituals and therefore do not know how to proceed. I thought it best to simply ask you directly. What is the typical courting procedure these days? Fiction has forever changed courtship. Now you need 5 seasons of will they, won't they, a love triangle, and at least only one bed situation. The rigors of courtship has been simplified to 4 bases: kissing, hand stuff, hold stuff, and top dumping. Truly? That sounds quite intricate. It is, but there's loads of inspiration out there. Let me show you. 2 hours explaining all your favorite romance tropes later. Okay, I can pull these rituals off. It is no more complex than my world domination spells. The only one bed thing could be tricky, as I do not yet own one. We could try only one Iron Maiden, but it doesn't seem as well liked in these fictions. As for the love triangle, we shall introduce to make our relationship unnecessarily complicated. Let us both shout our proposals on 3. 1, 2, 3. April! I shouted louder, so April wins. She'll be so excited. Thank you for explaining courtship to me, Aravi. I'd assumed we would go straight to sex like in the good old days, but this has been so enlightening. Oh, well, I mean, we can adapt. Go straight for sex if you want to. No, we're in too deep now. We must keep the will they, won't they energy alive. Will you one day kiss these sultry steel-cold lips, or will I leave you at the altar multiple times? One time can tell. I must be off now. I need to buy a plane ticket to somewhere so that you can confess your true feelings to me at the airport. Farewell. Well, at least there's some possible Omen sex in your future. At least, as this is a friends to lovers story. Fingers crossed. You get 2 creativity for following fictional formulas, but at least 2 fun for going with the slow burn instead of jumping straight into the action. I'm hoping that she only wants boldness, not fun. So I feel like I know that I have no idea what the stat requirements are for the game. So for any of the main endings, I just know that they need one good stat, and I don't know if they need a second good stat because that's what they needed in the old games. But they've really simplified it for this one, so I don't know. Walking around the lobby, you see a kid tripping over and scratching his knees. Stupid kids, won't they learn? Still, you take pity on him and try to comfort him. You tell him not to cry, for there are worse things than scratching your knees. Things like war, famine, or that time you forgot your pants at home. Fuck, why did you have to remember that? Now you're crying too. After you've been bawling your eyes out, you decide to be brave and go on with your life. Unlike this stupid wimpy kid. Way to go, gave to boldness. Later, you invite Omen to wind down and watch a movie at the hotel. Finally, you two can spend some much-needed one-on-one time together. This is peak cinema, and exceptionally relatable. What'd you say it was called? Despicable Me. Fascinating. See Omen reach in the popcorn bowl. Now's your chance not to accidentally brush their fingers with create some red pigeon. Ah, spider! Omen grabs you and tries to crush your fingers. Hot. What's your bones squeak? You realize she's holding your hand. Stop staring at me with that dumb face. She socks you in the jaw. Hot, but also ow. My apologies, I have a cuteness aggression. Oh, are you saying I'm cute? No? Yes? I don't know! Shut the fuck up! She punches you again. One more round of flirting and you're going to end up eating your teeth. So it's clear that Omen at least kind of likes you. Surely there's something you do to help her relax and open up to you. Been imprisoned in an enclosed space for more than a century. Maybe she's into that now. Get buried with her for a night. For Iron Maiden, but it sure looks uncomfortable. Offer to get inside and give her a much needed back rub. Hey Omen, I have a fun date idea. You want to get buried alive together? Ravi, you always suggest the most peculiar shit. And it turns me on. I'm in. Let's get buried. That sounds fun. I'll bury you too if you want. Nico, why the fuck are you under the bed? A good detective looks for clues in the odd likeliest of places. Also, I've been stuck under here for an hour. I was gonna wait it out because I didn't want to ruin your date, but I'll bury you if it gets me out of here. It's a deal. 3 hours later, you and Omen are sexually claustrophobically confined in a coffin 6 feet from the ground. Then I told these uppity heroic prudes exactly where they could stick their magic wands. You should have seen their faces. They wrecked their shit afterwards, but of course, it's worth. Through that tight space, your face is pressed deep into Omen's cleavage to properly articulate a response, not that you're complaining. I must say, Rod, being imprisoned in a small space is way more fun with company. Thank you for suggesting this. You and Omen spend a wonderful night here and most of the next morning because Nico almost forgets to dig you up. Oxygen was a bit lacking by the end, but you've never say no to a couple extra hours of motorboating. I mean, spending time with Omen. You can't do boldness being buried alive for love, but some of the brain cells responsible for your charm died from lack of, those for your charm died from lack of air, so you lose 2 charm. Is there gonna be another Omen date? You're in a hotel room sewing your cosplay costume when you mistakenly sew to the bed's blanket. You could unsew it, but that would be admitting you made a mistake. So you decide to properly implement the blanket into the costume design and leave your dumb ego intact. Look at you, being a stubborn dum-dum. Here, have 2 creativity for such out-of-the-box thinking. Afterwards, you and your friends are in the hotel room debating the least sexual way to eat a banana when an alarm on April's phone goes off. Oh. Sorry, I gotta cut this short. I need to do a quick stream to keep up follower engagement. Ah yes, stimulating one's followers is an important part of being an overlord. Lest they get ideas for a revolt. May we stay to watch your technique? I suppose. Just sit over there and try not to be distracting. Hello, my silly geese. I missed you all, so I thought I'd do a short stream for you before I head back to SpookyCon. Let's check that chat. Thanks for subscribing, Cupcake Kitty Cat. Welcome to April Fool's, Hong Kong. Hey, April. Hey! You call this controlling your underlings? Ridiculous. You should be using fire. So, who wants to watch me brush my hair? April, why you no respond? How do you type on this tiny device? April! What can I do for you, Nico Cosplayo? What can I do for you, Nico Cosplayo? I miss you. I miss you too, person I've never met before. What are you talking about? This is nice. That is Nico. And this is your friend Omen. Remember? We killed the bellhop together last night. Yep. Yeah, we're besties. Watch, I'll post your exact location to prove it. Don't you fucking dare. Oh, looks like we've got trolls in chat. My mod Aravi will take care of it. Right, Aravi? You understand that this is a thinly veiled plea to shut Omen and Nico up, but how? Take one for your team, tell Nico and Omen you urgently need them to rethink your brand. Distract Omen and Nico with something flashy, like using a flare gun in indoor space. You brace yourself for shenanigans and ask Nico and Omen to help rethinking your brand. Your brand? What is that? Like another word for image, Aravi. Aravi wants us to help her change how other people see her. Ah, that makes sense. She does present a terrible image of herself in the world. She get a helicopter, Aravi. Being a helicopter girl would be super cool brand. What is a helicopter? You'll love it, trust me. It's like a ceiling fan with extra weapons. I'm like 99% sure I can't afford a helicopter. Use those excuses. You must make more room in your budget for essential purchases. Whatever, you go back to check on April. Hey, Aravi. Thanks for blocking those trolls for me. You're a big help. Look, this helicopter would be perfect. You could definitely kill some. Yeah, but it's green. I don't think green matches Aravi's vibe. I'll just finish this stream in the bathroom where it's quieter. Oh, chat, get your mind out of the gutter. You're about to pat yourself on the back, but as soon as April leaves, you get bombarded with emails from different banks. What the hell? Ah, there's the woman of the hour. Nico and I took out 11 bank loans in your name. What? It's all good. You can afford this helicopter we bought you. And the best part is it's not even green. At least your friends are happy with you, which is worth 60 years of crippling debt. Probably. You get 2 charm and minus 2 fun. Game is not wanting me to have fun. No fun. I'm not allowed to be fun. Alright, Omen, let's hope you don't need fun. Finally, the art gang gathers around to put all the pieces of your greatest masterpiece together. Time to see fruits of your labor. Miranda! This is a story of the 5 friends who must balance everyday life with fighting evil. They are magical girls who channel the powers from the profit of selling their own merch. Miranda is their leader. This is just Uma Musume. Miranda is their leader. She's a powerful warrior with a strong sense of justice, but in her everyday life, she's a clumsy girl who's just trying to do her best. So relatable. People will go, she's literally me for real, when they see her most relatable quirk, tax evasion. True to Miranda. Masked Dahlia is our love interest. She's the masked vigilante who has loads of sexual tension with Miranda. Little do they know, they already know each other for behind the mask, who's actually Dahlia, Miranda's neighbor. Masked Dahlia will help the magical girl armed with her iconic magical weapon, a gun. The Ring Mistress is our main villain, a powerful circus-themed sorceress who's been bent on destroying the world. And no magical girl fiction would be complete without an incredibly dark twist. The magical mascot was plotting some evil shit, of course. Ring Mistress, I should have known you were the one behind the cellular aging. Oh fuck, how do I do it? How do I do a Vera voice? Whatever, fuck you. In the name of the profit we made last quarter, I'll punish you. Nah, I just did my nails. There's no way I'm fighting you. Today you'll face my most powerful minion, a clown people fear for some reason. People fear them for some reason. To be continued. You go looking for Omen to invite them to the party, but they actually end up finding you first. Aravi! You will not ever believe it! Liam actually convinced the Coven to let me take off my cape for a few hours. Who would have thought that that tedious fucker would actually be good for something? This should allow me to channel at least some of my power. That's incredible, Omen. What spells do you want to cast first? Actually, I've decided to not cast any magic. But I thought the whole reason if we want to take a kip off. It was at first, but now I've realized there are other things I'd rather do without clothes. I'm talking about having sex. With you. Yeah, no, I got that. I'm in. Of course you are! Holy shit!
Useful.
Holy shit! Let me just, screenshot. And I'm gonna send that to Rowan. I'm just gonna send that to Rowan. You can't believe they gave up their chance to magically turn people inside out just to fuck you. Maybe they're closer to redemption than you thought. Or maybe they're just hornier than they are evil. Either way, it's a win. Holy fuck. I guess they can get away with it because she's just like... Yeah, they're just like... energy. Holy crap. So go easy on me, YouTube. Before we knew it, the content ended. It was just 4 days and we could say where it felt like an entire lifetime. All sorts of misadventures took place, entire friendships blossomed, and we ourselves changed as people. The idea of going back to our day-to-day lives made us feel a bit disoriented. The promises were made of not growing apart, of meeting again soon. Still, we would lie if we said it didn't feel a bit sad to leave all that behind. But if each of us went our own way, we realized that wherever we went, those people would be there with us. And with that came a truth that, to this day, we hold close to our hearts. That no matter where we are, we belong. The thought that still gives us warmth that makes us feel once again young and unafraid. And it reminds us that even as years go by, we will always be ready to start.
When you stream, you
You
would
have to believe what you have to do. Is this many companies trying to like you like a thief. You don't have to steal. You don't be a friend with me. We want them to trust to each other. Bam, bam, bam.
I bid you all welcome to the streamer version of Monster Gun's credit song. Technically this time I made the other credit song so you can really stream that one. But we couldn't pass the chance to include this thank you. And I'm charging for both songs, so who am I to say no? Don't be shy, subscribe and like. Cause when you stream, you would not believe what you have to deal with. So many companies treat you like you're robbing.
Like a thief.
But you don't have
Have
to
to steal.
It won't happen with me. We were meant
And to be each other.
His music's awesome. Make sure to call me if you need a good song. This is the moment where I remind you to leave a good review. Thanks for playing. Leave us a good review.
I should go look up Claudio Martinez's other songs and works because, man, he makes good music. And I should turn off streamer version for next time we play this so that you guys can hear the regular song. Or maybe I should leave it on so that they, so that my friends can hear the streamer version of it. This is also good. Do art gallery. I'm assuming, is it? Yeah. Secret. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Alright. It's been a wonderful time with you all. It's been great. Ah! Voice cracking. Anyway, it's been a wonderful time with you all. I cannot wait to play this again on Saturday, where we will have multiple friends. It's gonna be a group game, so it's gonna be good. And also, my voice will not be dead by the end of it. Oh my god, my throat. I'm okay with talking for several hours, but when I've been voicing for several hours, that's when it becomes a problem. All right, everyone have a wonderful day, evening, or morning. All been great. This has been Julius von Rockebilt. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Good night.